So today we will not take any no topic. We will take only supply chain unit and that partner and dispose, and we will revise whatever the things we have learned so far. Okay. So let's start. So in our first lecture we have gone through the introduction. So today we will just revise all the topics, and from tomorrow we will start the new concept. Okay. So we have seen the history of the SAP, the different releases, how it gets started. Initially, it was having the storage unit, parallel processing, all those concepts. After that, they introduced the production planning, quality management, and then the warehouse monitor and all those things. Okay, and after that, actually, the SAP WM was introduced. So initially, SAP EWM was quite complex. So SAP was promoting SAP WM functionalities basically. Okay, but now as being looking at the current requirements of the markets, the businesses, SAP is now promoting SAP EWM. Okay, so this is what we have learned in the history of the SAP EWM, and this is how actually the differences between the WM and EWM. Okay, so in the EWM you can find a lot of advanced functionalities are available, like resource management, cross-talk, opportunistic cross-talk, deconsolidation, slotting and rearrangement, labor management, correct, value-added services, EGR. Okay, so all these are your advanced functionalities which are available in your EWM, but they are not available in your WM. Okay, and after that we have seen the deployment models. So these are some of the deployment scenarios basically. So initially it was having the SAP ERP system. In the SAP ERP system, everything was in the same box. Okay, WM, FICO, MMPP, SD, everything. Okay, and after that the in the decentralized, actually decentralized is nothing but your there will be the separate box will be there, right? Like for initially there was a separate box for the WM as well. So it can be centralized, otherwise it can be the decentralized as well, based on the volume of the deliveries or maybe the data. Okay, and for the EWM, actually we have two different scenarios: the decentralized and embedded system. Okay, here you will get the clear idea actually. Okay, so decentralized is nothing but you will be having the two different systems: SAP ERP. In the ERP you will be having the ERP modules like MMPP, SD, finance, QM, PP. Okay, plant maintenance, all those modules will be your in your SAP ERP. Okay, and SAP EWM will be your separate box, correct? So like this it will see like this: ECC will be your separate server and EWM will be your separate server. Okay, so that is nothing but your decentralized system. Okay, and after that, in the recent times, in S4 HANA basically, the embedded concept is introduced. In the embedded concept, both SAP ERP as well as SAP EWM will be in the same box. So like this, you here you can see in HANA system, both the systems are available. All the ERP components like PP, SD, correct? All your ERP components as well as your SCM components are also available in the same box. No need to install the separate server or separate box for the for using the warehousing functionalities. So that is nothing but your embedded system. So this is nothing but your S4 HANA system. Now here we have one more option. If your SAP ERP is your S4 HANA, and if you want one more server for the EWM, so let's take an example of the big organizations where the volume of the data is very high. Okay, in that case, to improve the improve the speed of that particular system. Okay, so let's take an example. There are more than 110 warehouses are there, or maybe 150 warehouses are there. So if all 150 warehouses are there in the same box, so there are chances like it will get overloaded. So in such cases, what we can do, though it's S4 HANA system, though we can keep it as for the SAP ERP, and we can have one more S4 HANA system for the EWM. Okay, that is also one of the option available. Okay, so that is what we have options for the SAP EWM as a landscape, or you can call it as deployment scenarios. Okay, and after that we have gone through some of the basic processes in the EWM. Okay, like inbound, outbound, internal movements, physical inventory, right? So in the inbound, basically the goods to say received, put away optimization, react, quality management, slotting and rearrangement. In the outbound, we can see the goods issue, wave management, cross docking, validated services, packing, replenishment. These are some of the outbound processes. And apart from that, we have warehouse order creation rule as well. Then if the transportation management is integrated with your EWM, then in that case we have inbound process with TU transportation unit, outbound process with TU and without TU. Okay, and after that we have some concepts like handling units, RF, then resource management, MFAs. Correct. So in the initial lecture, actually we have gone through the basics of all the processes, right? Again, we have some monitor kind of activities, that is SAP EWM functionality again. Okay, there is only one T code, SAP SAWM mon. So in that monitor T code, you can, all the reports are available. So that is nothing but your warehouse monitor. Then we have alert monitor, delivery, labor management, and the physical inventory. I think everyone is aware about the physical inventory, right? And we have created this diagram as well, right? Like this is the warehouse number, and this is how the warehouse looks like. There will be the different sections will be there for the raw material, for the semi-finished good, for the cold storage, for the hot storage. Here we have the hazardous, here we have the overflow area. Correct. So this is how the normal warehouse looks like. This is the normal layout of the warehouse, the simple layout. Okay, so in the first introduction part, this was very important concept, the EWM landscape. We have two options here, decentralized and the embedded. So and even for the S4 HANA, we have two options, the embedded system and the decentralized system. Okay, any doubt in the introduction part? Okay.
Yes, yes.
So after that we have data communication. Basically we have two different systems, though it's in the
Correct.
same landscape. We have two different systems, basically for the SAP ERP and for the SCM, that is your supply chain management, or maybe we can call it as a EWM. Okay, and we have two kind of data here. Okay, the master data. Okay, plant, shipping point, customer, vendor, material master, batches. Okay, all these are your master data. Okay, and the transactional data, where exactly the transaction is happening. Correct. So for the master data, we are using the SIP concept, core interface. Okay, we are using the SIP concept, and as we have seen in the last few lectures, we are using the integration model to save this particular information from the ERP system to the EWM system. Okay, so in case of decentralized system, we have option of customers, vendors, plant, shipping point, batches, material master, everything we need to save, because these are two different systems. Correct. In case of decentralized system, these are two different systems. So whatever the data, master data we are creating in the ECC, which is relevant for the EWM, so all the master data we will have to save to the EWM system. Okay, so in case of decentralized system, you will have to save everything to the EWM by using the integration model concept. Okay, so we will again see all those things one more time in the system. Okay, but in case of embedded HANA system, S4 HANA system, it's a same box. Correct. So whatever the data you will create in the ERP system, the same data will get created in the EWM system as well. Okay, so basically for the S4 HANA system, we don't have the concept called a customer and vendor. Here we have business partners. Okay, here we have business partner. So whatever the business partner you will create in the ERP system, that is a business partner automatically will be available in the EWM system. So no need to shift all those data for the S4 HANA system, for the embedded system. Okay, here in this case we only need to shift your plant information. Why we need to shift only plant information? Because plant is the ERP concept. Okay, plant is the ERP concept. We don't have any concept called plant. Here we start it with warehouse number. Okay, that is the reason we shift the plant from the ERP system to the EWM system. Okay, so in case of S4 HANA system, all our training will be on the S4 HANA 1909 system. Correct. So no need to shift all the things. We will shift only plant, but we will see how to shift all the things. Okay, so this is all about the SAP core interface, and in the background we will be using the integration model for shipping. And for the transactional data, so now the transactional data is nothing but your inbound deliveries and the outbound deliveries. So basically the transactional data means actual transaction will be happening in the background. The physical transaction will be happening in the background. Okay, so for the transactional data, we will be using the QRFC concept, that is your remote function call. Okay, by using the QRFC concept, in the background we will be using the distribution model, correct, which we have created in the OL19. Correct, if you remember, if everyone remembers. Correct, we will be using the QRFC technique, and this is how that those particular deliveries will get distributed to your EWM system. Okay, for the master data we have SIP, and in the background how SIP works by using the integration model. For the transactional data like inbound deliveries, outbound deliveries, we use QRFC techniques. Okay, and in the background we will be using the distribution models. By using the distribution model, these deliveries will get distributed to your EWM system.
I have one doubt.
Yes.
Uh, what is this master data and transaction data?
Okay, so master data, plant, material master, customer, vendor, correct? All these things are your master data, correct? Once
Okay.
you created any material in the system, okay, let's take an example of the iPhone. Okay,
Okay.
recently the iPhone 14 has been launched. So in the system,
Okay.
you will have to create one product number for that particular iPhone 14, right?
Okay.
Correct, in the system, how system will get to know that this is the new. So in the system you will have to create one part number, product number, material number. Correct. So generally for the plants, there are different distributors are there, or maybe we can call it as a supplier or vendor. Correct. So that
Okay.
vendor, whatever the things we purchase in your ERP. So let's take an example for iPhone manufacturing. We need like screen, then mobile body, camera. So generally iPhone purchases the cameras and all those things from the Sony, I guess, right? So Sony will be your vendor in this case. Correct. So your that Foxconn will send the purchase order to this vendor, that I want to purchase this camera, this specification camera. Again, for the camera we will have to create one material number, right? One material number will be there, and the description of that material number will be there. Correct. So that information the iPhone manufacturer will send to the Sony. Correct. Here you will get to know basically. So there will be the purchase order, and this is the sender or maybe the supplier of that particular product. Correct. So this is how the purchase order will get created for that particular vendor, for that particular material. and for that particular quantity. So let's take an example. We want 100 quantities for that particular camera, mobile phone camera. Correct. And similarly, iPhone is having the different different distributors, like they have Amazon, Flipkart, they are the sellers basically, but let's consider them as a distributor. Or in the India, there are some few warehouses are there in Pune, in Mumbai, in Bangalore, in Chennai, right? They have distribution centers, so they are the customers. So again, if we are selling something, then we will have to maintain that particular data in your system. So that is nothing but your customer. Correct. So material master is clear.
Yes.
Correct. Customers, vendors. Correct. And plant you will
Yes.
get to know in the org structure basically. Okay. So this is nothing but your master data that we will use again and again and again. But here we have something called a purchase order. Against the purchase order, one inbound delivery will get created in the ERP system. Okay. And what information that inbound delivery will be having? The same, the material number. Okay. Now here in our case, the material number will be your iPhone camera and its specification, maybe 12 megapixel camera, and quantity will be there. So
Okay.
iPhone camera, then let's suppose the same vendor is providing the speaker as well, then speaker 100 quantity. Correct. So all this information will be available in your inbound delivery. Correct. So once that inbound delivery, with reference to that inbound delivery, when the vendor will send all those products to your warehouse, to your plant. Okay. At that time, we will complete this inbound delivery, we will receive that particular products, we will do the inward of those products in the warehouse, and this is how the inbound delivery will get completed normally. So here I'm just discussing about the process. Let's forget about the AWM part. I'm just discussing the process. This vendor will send that particular products, iPhone camera, then your sounds 100 quantity, camera 100 quantity, your RAM 100 quantity.
Okay.
Correct. And
Yes.
this is how your inbound delivery will get completed. So actual transaction is happening in this case.
Yes.
Correct. Actual transaction is happening in this case for the 100 quantities, right? So
Yes.
somewhere we will have to note that. So that is
Yes.
nothing but your transactional data. If something is incoming inside the warehouse, this is the physical movement is happening, right?
Okay.
Actual movement is happening. When you are creating something, when you are creating the master data, at that time, no physical movement is happening. You are just creating an entry. You are just creating an entry in the system. You are just creating an entry in the system for the vendor, customer, for the plant. But in case of transactional data, actual transaction will be happening in the background. Correct. That is nothing but your transactional data. So against, with reference to the purchase order, we will be having the inbound delivery, and once it's received, once we do the invert for that particular products, that will be your inbound delivery. Again, the transactional data. And exactly opposite to this, when we will manufacture that particular product, in our case it's iPhone 14. Okay. When, so iPhone 14 is nothing but your master data basically, right? So
Yes.
when we will sell that particular product to the customers, in that case the sales order will be there, and against the sales order, one outbound delivery will be there. And in the warehouse, we are storing that particular product somewhere in the warehouse, maybe here in the finished products, right? Somewhere in the finished products we are storing that particular product, and this is how that product will move out of the warehouse and will be shipped to your customer.
Okay.
Correct. So again, the transaction, physical transaction will be happening in the background for that particular product with reference to your outbound delivery. right? So again, the outbound delivery will be your transactional data. Clear?
Yes,
Clear, right, Omkar?
yes, 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 clear.
Okay.
Can you just explain this warehouse slide once again?
Which one?
There was a picture of warehouse complete, and there are some. Yes, yes, this one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
We will come to this point. We are just
okay,
into the introduction part.
because,
So
okay, okay,
whatever we have learned in the last few lectures, we will cover all the things. So this is just for the information purpose. I have pasted this diagram. Okay, we will come to this point. Don't worry.
okay,
Okay. So again,
okay,
let's go to the EWM process now. So we will be having the purchase order. Correct. We will be having the purchase order. Whatever, if that particular plant wants to purchase something, some screws, some raw material, maybe Fevicol, or maybe some adhesive materials, or maybe tire in case of auto manufacturing industry, the dashboards, correct? Some chips, electronic chips, batteries. We need a lot of more than 30,000 to 40,000 materials. So generally the manufacturing industries, what do manufacturing industries does, they purchase the raw materials and they just assemble that particular product. Correct, they just produce that particular product, they don't manufacture something. Like Tata Motors don't manufacture the Exide batteries, Amron batteries. They are the vendors, they are the different companies. So Tata Motors just purchase the those particular products from the vendors, and they just install that particular products in the. So they purchase the doors from the Tata Steel, right? They purchase some chassis from some other organization, correct? So this is nothing but your, in this case the purchase order will be required. So in the ERP system, for the reference purchase purpose, we do create the purchase order, and we will send the that information to the vendor, that I want to purchase this many quantities, 100 quantities of the doors, 100 quantities of the batteries to the vendor. Okay, and purchase order is your external document. That information you are sending out of the plant to your vendor, and with reference to that, the where the plant will create the inbound delivery. That is your internal document for the internal reference, correct? And after that they do the GRN. Once they receive that product, they do the goods receipt. They confirm that yes, I have received the goods. But here in this case, when we are implementing the EWM, that inbound delivery will be there. Okay, till that part, everyone is clear till that part, till this point, right? The inbound delivery will get created with reference to purchase order. Whatever the information is there in the purchase order, all the, not all actually, the relevant information will be available in this inbound delivery with reference to this purchase order. Correct. This is for the internal reference. Okay, and once this inbound delivery is created in the ERP system, that inbound delivery information will get distributed to your EWM system. How this information will get shared? By using QRFC. Here we have seen by using the QRFC. Okay, and in the EWM system, your inbound delivery will get created, and after that, worker will start working on those particular inbound deliveries. Okay. Similarly, if you want to sell something, if that particular warehouse want to sell something, like some cars, they want to say sell that some particular cars to their dealers in Pune, in Mumbai, in Chennai, in Bangalore. So in that case, they will create the sales order. Again, sales order is your means that information will be coming from the different distributors, or maybe the dealers, authorized dealers. We have authorized dealers, right, for the car manufacturing organizations. So for them, they do create the sales order, correct? with reference to sales order, they will create the outbound deliveries, correct? And once that outbound delivery is created in the ERP system, it will get distributed to your EWM system. It will get distributed to your EWM system. How it will get distributed? By using the QRFC. Okay, and we will see this, what is this ODR, ODO, ODU, we will see all these things. Okay, as of now, you just focus on an outbound delivery will get created and that will get distributed to the EWM system. And after that, let's suppose if the stock is placed over here, we are storing that particular stock here. Okay, then this worker will go to that particular location, he will pick that particular stock, and he will send that particular goods to your customer. He will load that particular things in the truck, in the TU. Okay, and after that, that delivery will get sent to the customers. Okay, and after that we have posting change documents. After the outbound delivery, we have posting change documents. Okay, again the same thing, basically the posting change. Okay, in the ERP, in simple words, you can call it as the internal movements. So let's take an example. If the product is there is if the product is in the quality stock, okay, and if you want to change the stock type of that particular product from the quality to unrestricted, or maybe if you want to move that particular product from the this zone to your raw material, so in that case, this is the internal movement, correct? When there is a movement, that means it's a transactional data, correct? So here in this case also, it will create one delivery. Okay, and that delivery will act as a posting change. So in the EWM system, so that delivery will get distributed to the EWM system, and it will create the posting change request, basically, or maybe you can call it as a posting change. So this is what we have discussed in the introduction session. Okay.
So actually, I have one doubt.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Uh, this is we are talking about decentralized system. Okay.
Correct.
Uh, Now, if we are going in S4HANA,
Hmm.
then what will be the process for this? Means posting change and all inbound, outbound.
Yeah, though it's a S4 HANA system,
Hmm.
though it's a S4 HANA system. So basically, here I have not mentioned anything regarding the decentralized and the embedded system.
Okay.
Okay, this is the normal
Mhm.
process.
Okay.
Though you are using S4 HANA system, or that's why I have not mentioned any IDN or ODR, right? Because
Mhm.
in the S4 HANA system and decentralized system, there is small difference here.
Okay.
Okay, as this is just the introduction session, so I have not introduced what is ODR, IDN, all these things. Okay,
Okay.
once the here my purpose is like once the inbound delivery is created in the ERP system, or maybe the outbound delivery is created, or any kind of delivery is here created in the ERP system, if that is
Mhm.
EWM managed, okay, in
Mhm.
that case it will get distributed to your EWM system.
Okay.
So normally for the IM managed plants,
Mhm.
it don't get distributed to the EWM system. Even for the WM managed, it don't get distributed to the EWM system. Everything will be happening in the ERP side. But
Okay.
now the clients are referring the EWM systems due to the more advanced features of the EWM system.
Mhm.
Correct.
Correct.
These are some
Mhm.
advanced features available for the EWM. Correct. So there was
Okay.
some limitations actually for the WM, or maybe for the IM
Mhm.
managed plants. Correct.
Mhm.
In the EWM,
Yes.
actually, there are a lot of functionalities are available.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
so we will see all the
So
functionalities one by one. So as of now, I think this information is sufficient for you to understand. Once the
yes.
deliveries are getting created, that deliveries will get distributed to your EWM system.
Okay.
and we will see this actually what is ODR, IDN, ODO, OD. Okay, we will see all these
Okay.
things. Okay, so after the introduction part, we have seen the warehouse setup basically. Okay, any doubts in the introduction? Any other doubts? No, right?
No. No, sir.
Okay. So if you are working in the organizations, maybe some of you are working on the MMPP side, SD side, correct? Some of you are already working on the EWM side, or some of you are working in the domain like manufacturing industries. So they must be aware about the one concept called plant, correct? Everyone is aware about this concept. What is plant?
Yes.
Okay. So here is the org structure for your ERP side basically. Okay, here is the organization structure for your ERP side. Okay, so basically above the plant we have something called as company code. So let's take an example of your Tata Motors. Okay, Tata Motors is one company. Here Tata Motors is your one company, and we have different so many plants available in India, outside the India we have a lot of plants available. So one of the plant is available in the Pune, Chakan area. One of the plant is available in your Karnataka. One of the plant is available in your Chennai location. Some of the plants are available in the China. Some of the plants are available in your USA as well. Correct. So these are your different plants. So how we define the plant? It's a different geographical location of that particular unit. Correct. They are different geographical locations. Correct, that is nothing but your plant. Okay, we call anything, any entity as a plant. Okay, and we further bifurcate, we further divide that particular plant as a storage locations. We have different storage locations basically, right? So just forget about this warehouse concept as of now. Just focus on your company code, plant and storage locations. That plant we further bifurcate, we further divide in different storage locations. So like we have storage location for the raw material, or maybe for the storage purpose. Sometimes we have storage location for only for the finished products. Sometimes we have different storage location for the production activities. Correct, this storage location concept is clear. Company code, plant, storage location. Any doubt in these three concepts?
No, sir.
Okay. So I think the company code, plant, and storage location, everyone is clear. Okay, because these are the ERP topics, and those who are working in the ERP modules, maybe MMPP, SD, WM, so they must be aware about these concepts. Company code, plant, and storage locations. But with combination of your plant and storage location is nothing but your warehouse number. Correct. Combination of your plant and storage location is your warehouse number. So we have discussed two different systems basically, the ERP system and the EWM system. Though it's a embedded system, though it's a decentralized system. Okay. In the background, we have two different landscapes basically, the ERP and the EWM. Okay, so for the ERP system, we will have to create one warehouse number. Now what is the warehouse number? It's combination of your plant and storage location. Now here different combinations are allowed, but we will not go inside that different combinations. So as of now you just focus on the combination of plant and storage location is your warehouse number. All these possible combinations we will discuss at the time of creation of that particular warehouse number, when we will see in the system. Okay, as of now just focus on plant plus storage location is your warehouse number. Now here in this case, let's take an example. There is one plant and two different storage locations. Okay, one plant and two different storage locations. Then we can have same warehouse number. So here you can see actually there is only one plant, two different storage locations. This is for the storage purpose, and this is for the sale purpose. Okay, this is receive on dock. This is available for sale. Okay, the both storage location can be assigned to the same warehouse number. This is one of the option possible. If you want one plant, one storage location, one warehouse, one plant, second storage location, second warehouse, that is also possible. Okay, that is also possible. So here I would like to give one more example. We have two different plants. Okay, two different plants, two different storage locations, two different plant, two different storage locations, that we can club together in a same warehouse number. That is also possible. So like for the Tata Motors, if you're in the Pune area or maybe the Mumbai area, so they have plant in Chakan as well as in the Pimpri Chinchwad. Okay, so if they want, so here in this case they have two different plants basically. Okay, two different storage locations, but if they want they can club together in a single warehouse. Clear? And altogether the different company code, both are two different company codes. Okay, in the last few lectures I have given the example of the Amazon and Flipkart. Correct, that is a different concept actually. But let's take an example. Two different plants, two different company codes, and two different storage locations, and that can be assigned to the same warehouse number. That is also possible. Okay, so all this about ERP system. Generally the task for this company code, plant and storage location is consultant will take care. Or maybe SD or maybe the finance consultant. Company code will take care by the finance consultant. Plant and storage location will be by material management or maybe the sales and distribution guy will be responsible for this plant and storage location. From here, from the warehouse number actually the actual EWM consultant will start working from these things, the warehouse number. So for that actually he should know that the plant and storage location combination is your warehouse number, and what are the possible combinations are allowed. So here what we can say, all possible combinations are allowed for creating the warehouse number. If you want to separate warehouse numbers, yes, possible. If you want single warehouse number for the multiple storage locations, yes, possible. For the different plants, different storage locations, let's say two three different plants, two three different storage locations, if you want the same warehouse number, that is also possible. Okay.
I just have one doubt.
Yes,
What is the benefits of this clubbing together and separating?
what are the benefits of?
Clubbing these two storage locations or separating this. storage locations
This
is there.
thing basically, right?
Yes.
This thing basically you're asking, right?
Yes, yes. What is the benefit of this clubbing together?
Okay, so it's
Yes,
not
we are
something.
clubbing this storage location one and two. So
Correct, correct,
what is
correct,
the benefit of that? Why
correct.
we are doing this?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so let's take an example of the Tata Motors one more time. Okay, so let's take an example. We have one plant in Pune, okay, and one plant
Okay.
in your Karnataka.
Okay.
Does that make any sense that we should have a same warehouse number for the two different geographical locations?
No.
Do you think that makes any sense?
No. No. That's not.
Correct. But
Yes.
let's take an example. In the Pune, actually we have different plants for the Tata Motors. We have plant in Chakan.
Mm.
Let's say we have plant in Tathaude or maybe Talaude is there, right?
Okay. Yes.
We have one more plant in the Pimpri Chinchwad.
Yes.
Can we club it together as a one warehouse number as a Pune warehouse?
Okay.
Otherwise, this is one of the only possibility. Otherwise, what we can do for the Chakan plant, we can have one warehouse number.
Yes.
For Talaude plant, we can have one warehouse number.
Yes.
For the Pimpri Chinchwad plant, we can have one more warehouse number. That is also possible.
Yes.
That entirely depends on the business decisions.
Okay.
But again, as a SAP EWM consultant, as a consultant, you should means it's your responsibility to explain them what will be the right way to do that particular thing.
Yes. So
Both
then,
options
what
are
are the
feasible.
criteria on which we are going to choose either of these two options?
Yes, yes, yes. That you can always means see, if in case of actually Tata Motors is very big example. Okay,
Yes.
so for
Yes.
that actually for sure the different warehouse numbers will be required. But in case of the
Yes.
small scale industries, like some battery manufacturer is there, right? They have
Yes.
small workshops or maybe small plants where daily they are creating hardly 100 or maybe 500 deliveries, correct? In that case, no
Correct.
need to create the different warehouses.
Okay.
They can
So
even
it depends
club
upon the
this.
quantity, right?
Yes, yes, yes. That depends on what are the functionalities here that they are using, what are the complexities they are having, how much
Yes.
volume they are handling, how big is that particular client. So
Okay.
generally, it is means in the general practice, we can have one separate warehouse for that one particular plant. But
Okay.
if that client wants, if the requirement is such, it's such a way that two plants should have one warehouse number, then yes, we can do that. So if you
Okay.
have you are aware about the VIP industries and the American Tourister,
Okay.
they are the bag manufacturing companies basically, VIP and the American Tourister, if you have heard the names.
Yes. Yes.
So these two are not the different entities.
Okay.
Okay, they are the sister companies for the each other.
Yes.
The owner of both the companies are same, it's the same manufacturer actually, Samsonite.
Okay.
Samsonite manufactures both the things, the this thing American Tourister and as well as uh, what I have just said,
VIP.
VIP Industries.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, clear.
Okay.
So
Okay.
there
Yeah.
are some benefits as well, and in case the volume is very high, it is always referred that the same plant can have only one warehouse number. But if they want, they can have the same warehouse number for the two different plants as well. Okay,
Okay.
and
Okay.
same is
Yeah.
same applies for the storage location as well. It's just a part of that particular plant. If you want to club those two things together as a one warehouse number, then yes, that is possible.
Okay.
And let's take an example. For the same plant, we have three different storage locations. Two storage locations you want to take care in the EWM system, that is possible, and one you don't want to implement the EWM. That is also possible. Same plant, three different storage locations. For the two storage locations, you want to implement the warehousing functionalities, and for one storage location, you don't want to use the warehousing functionalities. That is possible. For the one plant, three different storage locations. For the one plant, you want to use ewm. For the one storage location, you want to use ewm. For the second storage location, you want to use wm. And for the third storage location, you want to use im, only inventory management, like mmppsd. You don't want to use the wm. That is also possible. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so let's move on. So from this point, actually, the EWM consultant starts working on the things. Okay, so basically, the warehouse number is nothing but your plant and storage location combination is your warehouse number. So here in this case, we need warehouse number in the ERP side. Okay, we need warehouse number in the ERP side. Generally it's a three digit warehouse number, and as we have EWM system as well, we need warehouse number in the EWM system. So we need to create the warehouse number in the ERP system, and we need to create the warehouse number in the EWM system. Okay, and we will have to provide the information in the ERP system that this ERP warehouse number is linked with this EWM warehouse number. In the ERP system, we will have to provide the information that this ERP warehouse number is linked with this EWM warehouse number. Correct? Everyone remembers this setting, right? So I will just quickly show all these things, whatever the things we have discussed. Otherwise, let me complete this all the things. We will have to provide the information in the ERP system that this particular warehouse number is here. This particular warehouse number in the EWM system, and the same setting you will have to maintain in the EWM system that this EWM warehouse number is linked with this ERP warehouse number. Okay, we just have to provide the information so that whatever the deliveries which will get created for this plant and storage location combination, that means for this particular warehouse number, that will get distributed to your this warehouse number only. It will not get distributed to the other warehouses. If this warehouse is linked with this warehouse, okay, then it will get distributed to the this warehouse only. Okay, I will just quickly show this setting. All the screenshots and all the things are already provided. So you can even go through the. So this is your warehouse number. So which warehouse number? I think PK1 we have created, right? Yes, PK1 we have created in the ERP system, and PK01 warehouse number we have created in the EWM system. Okay, and before that, let me show you quickly. Actually, we have seen all these things already. So just let's revise everything one more time. So which plant we have created? The same plant, right? PK01. Hello.
Yes, for sure.
Yes. Plant also PK01 we have created in last lecture. Okay, and after that actually you can create the storage location here. We have created our two storage locations, AFS and ROD, available for sale and receive on dock. Oh, sorry. All the path and all those things are already provided actually. And here actually you can assign your plant and storage location combination with your warehouse number. PK01 is my plant. Okay. FSP is my storage location and PK1 is my warehouse number. PK01 is my plant, ROD is my HLOC, and PK1 is my ERP warehouse number. Okay. So what exactly we are telling to the system? What exactly we are telling to the system? We have created plant as PK01, right? Storage location as your ROD and available for sale, right? These two storage locations we have created for PK01, correct? And we have assigned your warehouse number as PK1, correct? Till this point it's clear for everyone, I guess, right? And after that, what we did, we have assigned your ERP warehouse number, that is PK1, with your EWM warehouse number PK01. So whatever the transaction data which will get created for the PK01 plant and ROD or maybe the AFS storage locations, in the background it will calculate that this is for this warehouse number, PK1 warehouse number, and whatever the deliveries which get created for this PK1 warehouse number, that means this plant and this storage location, those will get distributed to your PK01 warehouse in your EWM system, correct? So all these paths, SPRO paths are already provided. So everyone will start working on these things. Create your own plant, own storage location, own warehouse number. And here in the logistic execution, actually, you can create your warehouse number. First, you need to create your warehouse number here. Okay. Okay. Here, like this, your warehouse number you need to create in your ERP system. And after that, you can assign that plant and storage location combination, to your warehouse number, correct? Like this, I think Gaurav has already done this settings. What is your plant, Gaurav? Yes, I'm
GA05.
doing GA05. Yes, this is the Gaurav's warehouse. This is the plant, this is the storage location, and this is the warehouse number for the Gaurav. And after that, in integration with other components. Now why integration with other components? Because EWM is your external system for the ERP. This is the other SAP component, correct? And we want to integrate your ERP system and the EWM system. That's why the option will be available in your integration with other SAP components. Okay, no one will mug up, no one will learn these SPRO parts. It's a concept basically. If you want to do something which is outside the SAP ERP, that you will find in the other SAP components. In EWM system, similarly, we have option available as an interface. So if you want to link something which is outside the SAP EWM, that you will find in the interfaces. Like in other SAP components, we have option here, APO. Then where is EWM? Yeah, here is the transportation management. Correct. Here is the EWM, and here you can assign. So here you want to assign your external warehouse number system. Correct. This is not the ERP warehouse number. This is your ERP warehouse number. This is your EWM warehouse number. So EWM is the external thing for the ERP. Though it's in the same box, they are two different things. So here PK1 is assigned to your PK01. Gaurav also. Gaurav, have you assigned PK01?
नाही ती सेटिंग राहिली सर माझी
Okay.
अजून.
What is your warehouse number in the AWM?
GA05.
Yesterday, actually, last time you were telling something like this that warehouse number was not getting calculated for your
नाही नाही,
deliveries.
तो वेगळा होता सर, तो GA04. तो मी इनबाउंड डिलिव्हरी वगैरे सगळं बनवलं, पण तो
Mm-hmm.
डाटा आता ओव्हरराईट झाला वाटतं.
Acha.
हॅलो.
Yes, yes, yes.
तो डेटा गायब आहे जेवढं पण कन्सिडरेशन केलं होतं ते प्लांट स्टोरेज एव्हरीथिंग.
Sorry.
जेवढं पण कन्सिडरेशन केले होते ना,
Mm-hmm.
मी सगळे कन्सिडरेशन केले होते. इनबाउंड डिलिव्हरी केली होती, ERP ला स्टॉक पण पोस्ट झाला होता, MMD स्टॉक पण दिसत होता, एव्हरीथिंग केलं होतं. पण आता मी चेक करते माझं वेअरहाऊसच दिसत नाही.
Acha. Actually, I think the system has been refreshed because even
ओके.
we have resolved that CFM2 error, right? But again, that RFC error was
येस येस.
coming. So I think the system was refreshed in between. So
बट आय
that
हॅव
that
डन
data I
ऑन
think
द
is
आय
gone.
थिंक
So I will just
सॅटरडे.
request them to not refresh the system, but only few settings you have done, right?
No, no, everything is done. From
Oh,
strategy to
everything was
everything.
done.
Good research. Yes.
No, actually, this
Even I
was the
have done
issue
the
for the.
FIMI setting also to post the document. This issue in
Actually,
the
this
MIFI
sandbox,
setting.
actually, I'm facing a lot of issues at this time because this is the third sandbox I have purchased.
Okay, so
Okay.
we have to do it again.
Hmm. Yeah, let's do it again.
Okay.
These many times
Okay.
actually you can practice the system. They are making the practice by heart for you. After
Okay,
doing the
fine.
configurations for 3 4 times, the settings will be by heart
Yeah.
for everyone. But make sure you are
Okay.
doing all the settings in the system because if you're just focused, if you are dependent only on the training and on the videos and the material, then nothing will happen. You have to do the settings. Unless and until you are not doing anything in the system, then that doesn't make any sense. So you have to do everything in the system, because while doing you will get a lot of issues, lot of errors. So recently, Gaurav got that error, that RFC error, right? And after that, we get to know that yes, this thing we need to maintain. So again, last time some other person got some other error, right? सो जब तक ये एरर्स वगैरह आते नहीं है तब तक आपको नहीं समझेगा, ये एरर आना चाहिए, जितने एरर्स आपके आते दैट इज मच बेटर फॉर यू एक्चुअली, क्योंकि अगर एरर कुछ आया ही नहीं तो दैट कुछ मतलब ही नहीं है फिर। ठीक है, तो एरर्स आने चाहिए एंड आफ्टर दैट ओनली यू विल गेट टू लर्न। ओके, so we need to create one warehouse number in the ERP side, one warehouse number in the EWM side. Okay, and we need to assign this ERP warehouse number and the EWM warehouse number. Okay, in both in the ERP system and in the EWM system. So in the ERP system I have shown you that particular system setting. Okay, and in the EWM system, so as we just discussed, that if anything which want to communicate outside the EWM, that you will find in the interfaces. In the interfaces, what system you will have to communicate with your ERP system. So ERP integration, and somewhere here, goods moment, app storage location, plant storage location with your warehouse number. So this is one of the setting Okay, but we will do this setting once our availability group and the party entitled to dispose is ready. At that time we will do this setting. So this is one of the option, plant and storage location combination with your warehouse number. This setting is in your EWM system. Okay, and we have one more in the general setting. Not general. Where is that setting?
सर अदर कंपोनंट मध्ये येते, अदर कंपोनंट मध्ये.
ERP integration,
अदर कंपोनंट तुम्ही
assign
कुठलं
warehouse
म्हणतात?
number. Yeah, it's in the general setting. Assign warehouse number to your logistic execution. Correct. So here also you will have to assign your warehouse number. So this setting is your EWM system. PK1 is your ERP warehouse number and PK01 is your EWM warehouse number. Correct. In the ERP system we have assigned this. Correct. In the ERP system we have assigned your ERP warehouse number with the EWM warehouse number. In the EWM system also you will have to tell EWM system that this is your ERP warehouse number and this is your EWM warehouse number. Okay, clear. Okay, let's move on to the next topic. After that, I know it's a bit fast, but almost 95% of the uh, candidates have already covered all these things. So this is so that's why I'm taking to way fast actually. But just let me know in between, or maybe in the sessions we will get to know, or you may clear all your doubts in the next sessions. Okay, but if you have any doubt, then just let me know. Okay, you can stop me anytime and you can ask me anything. Okay. Okay, so this is what we have seen here, the ERP warehouse structure, sorry, org structure, the ERP org structure, the company code, plant and storage location. Okay, and after that we have the warehouse number, the three-digit warehouse number basically for the ERP side. Okay, this warehouse is nothing but your communicator between the ERP system and the EWM system, because for this warehouse number only we are assigning this plant and storage location combination to this warehouse number, and this warehouse number we are assigning to the this warehouse number. Okay, so this is acting as an intermediate between the two systems. Okay, so similar to this we have org structure for the warehouse. Okay, we have warehouse structure, EWM warehouse structure. So in the top we have warehouse number. So here we have created our own warehouse number for the EWM system, right? So in the top we will be having the warehouse number. Okay, and after the warehouse number it will get for the bifurcated in the different storage types. It will get divided in different storage types. Correct. So here, so someone was asking about this diagram, right? So let's consider this is one warehouse number. This is one warehouse in the Pune area or maybe the Chakan area. This complete entity will be your one warehouse number, and that warehouse number we will further divide as a raw material, semi finished. Here we will store only semi finished products. Here we will store only cold products, cold storage. Here in this area we will store only hot products. Here we will store only the hazardous materials or maybe the chemicals. Correct. Here we will store only the finished products. Here. Correct. So all this, things are nothing but your storage types. The further bifurcation of your warehouse number, the division, that warehouse we have divided in small sections, small parts. Correct. This part. So that is nothing but your storage type. One thing to remember, each and everything in your EWM system or in your warehouse is the storage type. It's a door, but yes, it is again the storage type. This is the staging area. Correct. This is the staging area. Correct. I hope everyone is aware about the staging area, where once this has arrived, this is the inbound truck, and this user is staging that those goods. They don't put those goods directly here. They first do unload. They do the unloading of those goods, those boxes, and after that they do put away in the warehouse. Okay. So that unloading they do in the staging area, like GR zone, for the goods receipt zone, goods issue zone. Correct. Sorry. Okay. So each and everything is your storage type. Okay. Only that role will be different. Here the role will be your door. This is the staging area. This is the production supply area. This is the standard storage type. This is also standard storage type. These are work centers, counting work center, labeling work center, quality work center. Okay. Each and everything will be your storage type. Okay. So the storage type is concept is clear, I hope, for everyone. Again, the storage type is your master data basically. Okay. Master data in your EWM system. So after the storage type, okay, okay, let's take an example of the DMart. If you have visited the DMart or maybe the Big Bazaar or maybe any store, okay, in that particular stores, there is one separate section is there for the food, like oil. For the oil, they have a separate section. Then after that, for the soap or maybe the detergent powder, they have separate section. Correct. For the biscuit kind of things, they have separate section. Correct. For the clothes, apparels, they have separate sections. Correct. So that is nothing but here they have different storage types in that particular demand. Demand is also one of the warehouse. So those are nothing but your different storage types. Like chocolates, they do store in the cold storage. Paneer items or maybe the milk items, they do store in the cold area, right? So again, so this is all about the storage type basically, and that particular storage type is further divided into the different storage sections. Okay. So let's take an example. In the cloth area, it has been further divided as a male section and female section and the kids section. Though it's a clothes area, but it has been further divided as male, as a female, as a kids. Correct. In the cold storage, let's take an example. In the pharma industry, there are some substances, there are some chemicals they have to store at some particular temperature, like 0 degree Celsius is your cold storage, but your cold section. 0 to let's take an example, minus 10 degrees Celsius. 0 to minus 10 degrees Celsius, we can keep it in deep freezer. Minus 10 to minus 30 degrees Celsius, or maybe minus 10 to minus 20 degrees Celsius, we can keep in a deep freezer. And we can have one more section actually, like 10 degrees Celsius or maybe 7 degrees Celsius is also cold for us. So 0 to 7 degrees Celsius is also the cold one. So that cold storage we can further divide as cold 1, cold 2, cold 3, cold 4, right? Or maybe when we are going to the DMart, there are different sections for the rice, right? We have different kind of different types of rice are available, correct? If you want to, if we went to that oil section, the food oil section, correct, then we have groundnut oil, sunflower oil, and they don't keep all these things mixed, right? They have different sections for that particular products, correct. We don't mix all those things together. They are those storage types. That storage type is for food oil, but it has been further bifurcated, further divided as groundnut oil, then your sunflower oil, soybean oil, rice oil, correct. This is nothing but your storage section. And inside the storage sections we have different storage bins, correct. So storage bin is nothing but where that product is exactly stored, that physical location. So here you can see there are a lot of storage bins available. Though it's a same storage type, it can have a one section or maybe it can have a multiple sections as well, like high rack, low rack, fast moving, slow moving, correct. But this small bin where exactly we do store that particular product, here you can see this is also one of the bin, this is also one of the storage bin, this is bin, this is bin, this is bin. There are a lot of bins are there. So that particular area where we actually store that particular product, so that is nothing but your storage bin. Again the same thing, each and everything in your warehouse is your storage bin. For door you will create one storage type, but for that particular door you will have to create one storage bin. This is the GR zone, staging area, goods receipt staging area. This is your goods issue staging area. Though it's a storage type, but inside that storage type you will have to create one storage bin, one or maybe multiple. All these are your storage bins. Okay, so now storage section is the optional field. It's not mandatory that it should be there. If you want you can have, if you don't want, it's completely fine. You can create the storage type and you can create directly the storage bin for that particular storage type. If you want only one storage section, that is also okay. If you want multiple storage sections like this, that is also okay, that is also possible. Okay, EWM warehouse structure, any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. So whatever the things we have seen, all the SPRO paths I have provided. Okay. So you can start creating your own plant, own storage location, assign that plant and storage location to your warehouse number. Okay. No need to create the company code. Actually, you can use the same company code, but let's make sure that you will create your own plant. Not create. You have to copy that particular plant, and if you face any issues for doing that activities you can ping me on WhatsApp. Okay, otherwise you can refer the videos as well. And this is how here you will create the warehouse number, ERP warehouse number, and you will have to assign the plant and storage location to your warehouse number. After that you will have to assign your ERP warehouse number and EWM warehouse number. One thing I forget to tell, that we need to we need to set that warehouse number as your EWM managed warehouse number. Okay, in the ERP system, because we have different options, right? Like that particular warehouse can be the IM managed, that particular warehouse can be the WM managed, that can be the EWM managed but centralized, that can be EWM managed but decentralized. Correct. Different options are available for that particular warehouse number, right? So somewhere we will have to tell to the EWM system that this is your EWM managed warehouse number. Correct. So here you will find this setting in the ERP side. So again, it will be available in your other SAP components, EWM system, and here I guess yes, this is your PK1 warehouse. This warehouse we have created, and here we have options, basically the local WM, decentralized WM, and the EWM system. Correct. So here we want to use EWM system, extended warehouse management, and here you have option as a distribution mode. As soon as the document is created, it should distribute immediately. It should send the information immediately to the EWM system. This is what this setting means. After that, how the data should be communicated. So as of now, we have only one option available by using the QRFC. For the transactional data, we are using the QRFC, remote function call. Okay. The important setting here is this one. We will have to tell, because by default here you can see for the other warehouses it's assigned with the local WM. So here we need to change to your EWM. This is the EWM managed warehouse. We will have to tell to the ERP system that this is my EWM managed warehouse. Correct. Because by default it will get assigned to the local WM, and we will have to change this to the WM. This is the important system, setting, basically. This is again the one time setting. Once it's done for the EWM, and after that no need to do any further changes unless and until you're planning something like to revamp the EWM and to use the local WM or maybe the IM. Okay. So here we want it as a EWM system. What is your warehouse number, Sabia?
S301, S31.
Because I can see all my settings are not changed. All my settings are
Yes,
available.
that is my issue about it.
What is
Because you
your
have created
warehouse number,
previous and
Gaurav?
after you I have created.
Sorry.
You have created earlier, no? And I have
Mm-hmm.
created in last week.
Okay. Okay, fine. I will just inform to that server guy that all of our settings are gone, right? Because Gaurav also informed me, but okay, no issues. Okay, so this is also one of the important setting, and after that we can create the warehouse number, EWM warehouse number. Then this is the defined warehouse number control that we will see at that time of PPF. What is this? What are these things? Warehouse number control. And after that, as we have seen the setting warehouse number, ERP warehouse number, we will have to assign with your EWM warehouse number. And this setting we will see once the availability group and the party entire dispose is available. Okay. But yes, on the safer side, actually I have just pasted the screenshot that for the plant and storage location combination, you will have to assign your warehouse number. This setting is in your EWM system. Okay. So this is the data communication. I guess this is clear. For the master data, we will be using the SIF. For the transitional data, we will be using the QRFC. So clear, whatever the things we have seen so far. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Clear, right? Omkar,
Yes.
Omkar Patil and Omkar Jadhav.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, it's clear.
Okay. So in the EWM system, actually, this is how you can create the warehouse number. So warehouse number and the storage types are your master data. So here you have option for the warehouse number. This is how you can create the warehouse number by creating the new entry. So let me show you the PK1 warehouse number. What happens now? 1 minute. Anyone change the password for the 49?
But I did not working from last week when I
No, actually, just now I have reset the password for all the IDs.
oh password is changed. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Password is same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, August one is also because none of the IDs were working, right? Satish as well as that 4901.
Yes, yes.
So I guess for the 49 only it is having the problem. Okay, anyways. Where we were at SPRO and we were at the warehouse number. So in the EWM system, in the master data, you have option for the warehouse number. So here you can create your own warehouse number. Okay, like PK01 I have created. You can give your own name or something. Okay, just take care of one thing. You can create your warehouse number with your name and the last name, first name initial and the last name initial, and with 01. Correct. So it will be easier for me to understand that this warehouse belongs to this person. Okay, like that. So like Omkar Takte will create like OT01. If you have already created, that is fine. Don't worry. If you have not created, then make sure that you are using this format. Like Omkar Sadhu will create OJ01. Sabia will create OST01. Okay, if you have already created, just inform me that particular warehouse number and I will note it down somewhere. So in case if you have any issues in the future lectures, then I will get to know that for which warehouse I will have to check. Okay, and here as of now, what you can do here, you can just copy paste your, or not here, in the defined warehouse number control. These things we will see actually. This you can just copy check these procedures as of now. Okay. This we will see what is the importance and all these things, but at this time this will be very high level or maybe uh, not able to digest maybe at the initial level. Okay, so this is how you can create the warehouse number. And here you have option to create the storage types. Okay, so for pk01 I think we have created raw 1, raw 2, raw 1, raw 2. Then we have created finished, I guess, fin. So this is how you can create the storage types. Okay, and here the important thing is storage type role. As of now at the initial level, the important thing is the storage type role. So in our case it will be the standard storage type. Okay, when we will create the doors, at the time we will assign the door. When we will create the work center, at the time we will assign the work center. When we will start working on the yard, at that time we will assign the yard. For the production we will assign the production supply. Alright, okay. After that, we have staging area, ID point, pick point. Some of you are already aware about the ID point, pick point, all these things, right? The box center. Okay. So as of now, we will discuss only on standard storage type. Okay. So all these things are your standard storage types. So here, wherever you're storing those particular products, those are your standard storage type. Okay, but here in this case inbound door, there can be the one door or maybe the multiple doors as well. So for that actually you can have the role as a door here, as a work center, here as a staging area, somewhere here as a id point or maybe the peak point somewhere here, or maybe here in case of the elevator. Okay, so this is how you can create the storage type. And after that, just below that, we have option of storage section. So I think we have not created the storage section last time. Oh, I think it's already available for some of the few of the storage types. And again, one more thing, no need to create only the warehouse number. You can copy that particular warehouse number actually. Okay, in the cross process setting, here you have option of copy warehouse number. So let's take an example. If Gaurav wants to create his warehouse, then what is its, then the source warehouse number will be your pk01 or maybe any reference warehouse number. And what is the name of your partner, Gaurav? It's Amit, right?
Yes, Amit.
Amit and surname
Nakhaze.
an01, right? So like this, and here you can click on the copy, and in the
I
background
think
whatever the tables are there,
AN01 is already created, I think,
it's already
warehouse.
available.
Yeah, Anil
Anil.
केलं वाटतं sir.
Yes.
He is also an01, right?
So I will create AM.
am01.
AM.
Mhm. Okay.
Hmm.
So whatever the tables are there in the background, it will get triggered. Okay. Okay. Now the AM01 warehouse number will be available, and whatever the storage sections to storage pins we have created for the PK01, all the data will be available for your AM01. So if you go here, define warehouse number. Okay. So here you will find the AM01 warehouse as well. So yes. So you just need to rename that particular warehouse number with it's for Amit, right?
It is.
Okay, similarly you can create the storage types, storage sections. Okay, and storage pins. For storage pins actually we need to assign the supply chain unit, patent will dispose, all those setup we have not done yet for our warehouse. So you will not be able to create the storage pins at this point of time. Okay, because in the background there are some few more settings are required, and after that only you can create the storage pins. So last time I think I have showed you the error. So LS01 is your T code. This is your my warehouse number PK01, and if I want to create this storage bin, then system will not allow. Let's suppose I want to create in my raw one storage type, and this is how the you will get the error. Assignment for the warehouse number is not maintained. Okay, because we have not assigned the supply chain unit, patental dispose owner for the warehouse number. Correct. That we will see. These concepts we will see now, and after that we will create the storage bin, and we will see the storage bin structure as well. So before that, actually, we have something called as logical system name and the business system name. Okay. So before that, we have something called as logical system name and the business system name. So basically, as we have already discussed, there are two different systems. There are two different system landscape. Correct. The ERP system and the EWM system. Though in the S4 HANA, it's clubbed together, but for the business perspective, these are two different business systems, the ERP system and the EWM system. Okay. So here you can see the system name basically. So what is this, what is this why we require this when we are communicating, like let's in a simple word, Pushpak is my name, Gaurav is Gaurav's name, right? When I want to communicate something to the Gaurav, correct, at the time I will take his name and I will send pass on the information to the Gaurav. If I want to communicate to the Sabia, I will take his her name and I will communicate that message to the Sabia. So similarly we have name of that particular system. Okay, we have name of that particular system. So this logical system name and the business system name is nothing but your name of that particular system. Here in this case, this ERP system has to communicate with other than ERP system. So this is the basis activity. Actually, the basis team will create this logical system name, business system name. But as a EWM consultant, you should know all these things. So all these things actually basis consultant will do. Here in the EWM, we have one option actually SCM basis. So actually, the basis guy will take care of all these things. But as a EWM consultant, you should always know if the basis consultant is not available, or there is a high dependency or something like that. So you should always know what is at least the logical system, what is the uh, business system, and all those things. Okay. So here you will have to create your logical system name in the EWM system. So A4H CLNT 100, where is, no, this is not, S4H CLNT 100 and S4H EWM 100. These are the logical names, logical system names. Okay, and here you can assign that particular logical system name. So in our case, the client is 100. So this is my system name, and the same you can find over here. A4H 100. 100 is my client. So let's suppose if there are multiple landscapes, like for the Asia we have different system, for the China we have different system, then we can use 100, 200, 100 for Asia, 200 for Japan, 300 for Europe region, 400 for Australia region. Like that we can for the bifurcate actually. In our case, the client is 100. Okay, and this is the name of this system, S for HCL 100 for the ERP side. Okay. and we again need to create the RFC destination, remote function destination, remote function call destination basically. So here in the summary, actually we have maintained this thing, correct? Business system name, logical system name, and the RFC destination. These three are very important things. ERP system will have its own business system name and the logical system name and the RFC destination. EWM system will have its own business system name, logical system name, and the RFC destination. Correct. So here actually you can create this logical system name and in the EWM side, in the interfaces, you will see the option for the business system and own business system. Okay, don't worry, basis consultant will take care of all these things. Okay, so not to worry much about all these settings. Okay, this is your S4H CLN 200, S4H EWM 100. These are your business system names, and here again the same thing. You can assign that particular business system and the logical system name with each other. Okay, both are nothing but the similar things basically. Okay, and what is the importance of this business system is like, let's suppose this is your Asia specific warehouse. So that Asia specific warehouse, there will be the different business system where will be there for the Asia specific, correct? For the Europe region, the different business system will be there sometimes, correct? Sometimes the different business system will be there for the Australia region. Last time I have explained you in detail what is the importance of this business system, right? If you remember. Okay, so that's all about your business system name, logical system name, and the RFC destinations. Okay, so for the CFM2, I guess we are facing the RFC destination issues, I guess, right? So this is your plant, right, Gaurav?
हाँ बरोबर है सर.
Okay, and for this actually we are getting one error. So now let's see what is the error and how to resolve that particular errors. Okay, so here we are getting error as RFC destination is for H EWM 100 does not exist. What is the error? RFC destination. So just now we have seen three different things: business system, logical system, and the RFC destination. Okay, so let's see if we find anything in SPRO in the EWM system. This is, and in the, sorry, in the integration. 1 minute. Yes, RFC destination. Same error was there, right? S4H EWM 100 is not available. Now let's see if that particular entry is available. We cannot see that entry, right? So let's try to create. Here you have a copy option. And what is the entry? S4H EWM 100, right? S4H EWM 100. Yes. I will just try to create this entry. Yeah, and this is the host name basically. This is kind of everyone must be aware about the IP address and all those things, right? So we have two options here, either the IP address or the host name. So these are again the basis specific terminologies, so not to worry.
सर याच्यावर प्रश्न विचारायचं होतं का इंटरव्ह्यू मध्ये?
No one will ask you the question. No one will ask you the question. Don't worry. This is just for your knowledge purpose. Okay. No one will ask you any questions on these particular things.
आधी
Okay, so this remote lock-on is nothing but your if you are in the ERP system, so this is the embedded system basically, right? If you are in the ECC system, okay, and if you do the remote lock-on, okay, here you need to provide the ID password basically, the user ID and the password. Otherwise you can keep it as a, initial, okay. And what actually happened, what will happen actually in the background when you will do the remote lock-on? Let's assume that you are in the ECC system, and if you do this for the EWM system, and you will automatically logged into your EWM system, the new screen will get open, and that will be your EWM system actually. So that is in the case of decentralized system. So actually the similar thing is happening, but you will not get to understand as this is the S4HANA system. Actually when we are doing the remote logon, that is nothing but in the background actually the EWM system is opening. But in this case actually ERP EWM system both are there in the
बोथ
same
सिस्टम सेम.
same box.
सर आता CFM2 करून बघू का एकदा?
Yes, we will do CFM2. Let's see if it is working now. So I think that queues are deregistered, I guess. But let's see. We will try to resolve. Yeah, it's activated now. Correct.
Okay, मग मी क्रिएट करून बघतो एक मिनिट
Now
थांबा सर.
it must be available. No need to create new entry.
आणि ती J0 फाईलच एकदा करून बघतोय.
GA05 already has it. No need to create multiple entries. If you create the multiple entries, in that case, system will not understand that what is the correct entry.
नाही नाही, CFM1 झाला सर आपला बरोबर आहे, पण ती क्यू जनरेट तर व्हायला पाहिजे ना सर, CFM23 नाही.
मी आता
आता आपण
CFM2 केलं
इन्क्रीमेंट,
ना.
हा CFM2 चं म्हणतो मी.
हा, now the data is
CFM
available.
म्हणजे नाही नाही, आता तुम्ही एंट्री मेंटेन केली, नंतर मला CFM2 रन करून बघावं लागेल ना, का काही गरज नाहीये?
मी आता CFM2 रन केलं ना.
अच्छा ओके, मग माझी स्क्रीन
मी
स्ट्रोक झाली होती,
CFM2
सॉरी.
रन केलं ना आता.
अच्छा अच्छा, सॉरी, मध्ये माझी स्क्रीन स्ट्रोक झाली होती, मग त्याच्यामुळे तुमची स्क्रीन असेल दिसते मला. ठीक आहे
Correct.
सर.
Actually, once you have created that CFM1, no need to create that CFM1. Now that entries will be available for long time.
नाही नाही, स्क्रीन माझी स्ट्रक झाली होती, त्याच्यामुळे नाही कळालं मला.
Okay,
ठीक
okay,
आहे ठीक
okay,
आहे, मास्टर डेटा मेंटेन करून टाकतो.
okay. So now we have done the CFM2, and after that you can check that particular thing in the location. 1 minute. There is one standard
आली
depot available,
आली
right?
सर, आली 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 आली. त्याच्या याच्यामध्ये एंट्री मेंटेन करून टाकतो मी.
What is your GA05, right?
GA05 पुष्प,
Now the entries are now available for the GA05, right?
ते केले, आले आले आले, ठीक आहे,
So
आली.
in the background, the two entries will get created once you save your product plant. In the background,
आणि
two
द
entries will
लोकेशन,
get created. One is your supply chain unit, and another one is your location.
लोकेशन.
Oh, sorry, it's SAP APO location. Velocity 3.
सर हा कुठलं डिकोड आहे?
It's for the location. And what we do in the location, so So in the background, actually, it will create your location. It's SAP IPO LOC3. If you are not able to remember the T codes, not to worry. You just have to remember the short form. Now, even I really don't mug up the T codes. Never mug up the T codes. Okay. So we have AC93. Okay. Now let's suppose you don't know what is the T code for the location, but what you know, it contains LOC3. Okay. So whatever the LOC3 T codes are available in the system, all those LOC3 T codes, as a hint, it will be available. Okay. Suppose I don't know what is the T code of the supply chain unit. Okay. But what you remember, it contains SCU. Okay. Supply chain unit, it contains SCU. Correct. So these are the T codes which are having the SCU, and here I have the T code for the supply chain unit, SCMP SCU main. So this is how you can search the T codes in the EWM as well as in the ERP system by using the AC93. Okay, clear for everyone? It's always great if you are able to remember the T codes. Otherwise, it's completely fine by using some tricks, by some shortcuts, or maybe the such T codes. Actually, you can note it down somewhere in OneNote, or maybe I have already created one Excel for the T codes which we required more frequently. That Excel also I will share on that one drive.
पुष्पक सर एक क्वेश्चन होता मला.
Mhm.
एक प्लांट सपोज मी क्रिएट केला
Okay.
आणि माझं सिफिंग वगैरे सगळं झालं
Okay.
आणि त्याच्यानंतर प्लांट मध्ये मला ऍड्रेस वगैरे काही चेंज करायचा आहे. मग तो
Okay.
ऍड्रेस मला कसा रेप्लिकेट करता येईल पुन्हा ईडब्ल्यूएम ला? मला वापस सेफ रन करावं लागेल का?
That address actually you need to change in your ERP site. But
हो,
do we really change the address for the plant?
विचार नाही. कधी कधी काय
Okay.
होतं सर की आलं का
If
लक्षात
it's
माझ्या?
rented warehouse, if it's rented warehouse, and you want to change the data for that particular warehouse, this is what you mean basically, right?
नाही नाही. सपोज माझा माझा एक प्लांट आहे. सपोज तो प्लांट मी क्रिएट केला, शिफ्टिंग झालं, सगळं झालं
Hmm?
आणि कालांतराने मला कळालं की हा ऍड्रेस मला थोडा मॉडिफाय करायचा आहे.
Okay.
ठीक आहे, तो मॉडिफाय केला मी आणि मग तो मॉडिफाय केलेला ऍड्रेस मला ईआरपी मध्ये मॉडिफाय केला मी, बरोबर आहे.
Correct.
पण तो मॉडिफाय केलेला ऍड्रेस मला ईडब्ल्यू मध्ये आणणं
EWM ला
गरजेचं आहे.
पाहिजे. Here you have
हा,
two options. Here you have two
हा.
options. You can run C, or you can directly change that particular address in the EWM as well.
ओके, आलं लक्षात.
If you go in that SU main,
रेस्युमे मध्ये
here you have change option.
ठीक आहे, आलं सर लक्षात.
Okay.
आलं.
So you can enter whatever the details you want.
रेस्युमे मध्ये जाऊन मेंटेन झालंय.
Okay.
आता
And what we need to take care after creation of the supply chain unit, for the inbound processes, it's a receiving office. Correct? It's a receiving office. Aro, have you created this entry recently, Gaurav?
हा, मी आत्ता केली सर क्रिएट.
Acha, because this entry will not be available. Only,
ते
only one
आपल्याला
entry
करावं
will be
लागतं क्रिएट.
available as a planning location. So for the if you want to do the inbound, otherwise you will get an error. So I think last week Gaurav has got some error because this
नाही, हा
RO
हा
was not
नव्हता सर.
available.
नाही नाही, हा नव्हता माझा. हा माझा एरर वेगळा होता सर. तो एरर वेगळा होता माझा.
Acha, but someone was getting this error, I
तो
guess,
येतो
last
सर.
week.
सपोज क्यू क्लिअर नसेल ना सर, तर क्यू मध्ये आपल्याला हा कधी कधी फेल पडतो. आपला
Mhm.
इनमॉडेल जे आपण बनवतो ना, तेव्हा हा फेल पडतो आपल्याला. एरर देतो तो आपल्याला. Then
Sorry, it's INV. Okay. So let's make sure whenever you ship the plant in the background, it will create the supply chain unit. Okay. And make sure that it has been assigned to your planning location. For the inbound deliveries, it will act as a receiving office. Okay. Or maybe the goods receipt office. For the outbound, it will be the shipping office. And as a warehouse, you have to to the system that these are the roles of your supply chain unit. Okay, clear? And what else we have discussed? Integration model and the distribution model, right? So now I think integration model is clear. In the CFM1 transaction, you can create the integration model. Whatever the information you want to send to the EWM system, in our case, it was a plant. Okay. In case of decentralized system, it can be like vendors, it can be the customers, right? And that particular vendor information you can share, send. Here you can provide the vendor number, or maybe that purchase order number for that, or whatever the vendors are assigned, and all those vendors will get shipped to the EWM system. But for the S4 HANA systems, no need to ship these vendors, customers, shipping points, all this data. Okay. For the embedded system, for the S4 HANA system, we will ship only plant. Why? Because in the background, it creates the supply chain unit. Okay. So for S4 HANA system, no need to ship material, customers, vendors. We only need to ship the plants. Okay. Here you can give the model number. This is my destination system name, S4H EWM100. Correct. And this is my APO application name. We have already discussed all these things. Okay. Here this is how you can create the integration model in CFM1, and in CFM2 you can activate that particular distribution model. Okay. And this is how your master data will get saved to your EWM system. And for the transactional data, we have distribution model. So OL19 is the decode. What is my warehouse number? What is my warehouse number? It's PK1. What is my EWM system name? It's S4H EWM100. And this is my distribution model name. Okay. And once you will execute, in the background it will generate the distribution model. So it, we have already created the distribution model, and I have attached the screenshot as well. Correct, if you remember. In the background, yeah, now it has been distribute. Now the distribution model has been created. Okay, and in the background, it will use the six different bodies. Now, who is the center in this case? S4H CLNT 100. This is my ERP system. Who is the receiver? S4H EWM 100. This is my EWM system. For which warehouse number? This is my warehouse number. Correct. And this you can refer in PD64. You can cross check in PD64. So this is my model. Correct. A4H EWM 100. This is the same thing we have provided. S4H CLNT 100. This is my ERP system, and this is my EWM system. In S4H EWM 100, we have our PK1 as your warehouse number. So here you can see the details of the PK1 warehouse number, right? So this is how you can create the distribution model. No need to worry. Again, this is the basis task. Basis team will take care of this distribution model, but it's not like only basis team will do. It's up to us actually. If we want, you can means always create this distribution model. Integration model is completely our task, the EWM team task. Distribution model, it depends on the mutual understanding. It can be done by basis team, or it can be done on by EWM team. But here in this case, we will do our means EWM team will do this activity for everyone's warehouse. Okay, as here you can see the Gaurav's warehouse. Similarly, Sabia will do. this activity for her warehouse. Okay. It's 2 hours.